Well, it's still counting down, but I am unmuted. So,
Sounds good.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to see you all here. It seems like I just saw some of y'all a few minutes ago. But I guess here we are again. So Stellar is up here with me, and I'm going to say hello to the chat real quick. And then we have something that Stellar would like to share that I think will straighten out a record. So let's get started. Hello, Texas Girl. Thank you for being a member. Member Andrew Hondo, member Tater, member Stellar. Hey, Vinny. Glad you're here. Member Purple Passion, member Ocean Tide, member Penny and Bella's mama. Hello to members Samantha Stevens, Purple Passion, Ocean Tide. Bad Medicine is here. She's one of my managing mods, so glad she's here. Roger Little Bunny is here. I'm here for it is here. Country Girl, member Country Girl. Trying to see if I'm missing anybody. I don't think so, but I'm still scrolling. Member Mama Cannoli is here. Member right in front of you, Crime and Chaos. That would be T, and y'all please sub up to her channel. She is one of the partners in the new streams that we're going to do on Thursday night with Texas Girl and Kamikaze. Member Julie A is here. Member Mama with Two Girls. And member Julie A. I think that got everyone. If I missed anyone, I'm sincerely sorry. I appreciate all of you being here. So, Stellar, would you like to say a few words before we play your video?
Yeah, just a little background, if it's all right.
That's fine. Yes, kind of give a history on it too, so catch everybody up.
All right. I'm not sure quite how long ago, but probably 3 weeks ago, maybe longer. You had told me, and I really thank you for that. You let me know that Bomb had said something that just shocked me. Why would I be shocked? She said that I bought her a gift off her Amazon wish list. And I said, oh, no, I didn't do that. That doesn't sound like me. But anyway, so things began to unfold. And I didn't know where she was coming from. And then finally, she did a stream where she talked about she had received a message from Amazon that I had bought something off her wish list. And so she said what that gift was. And so that allowed me to go into my own Amazon and look for that gift. And sure enough, I did buy that gift, but I bought it for myself. I saw it on her. I just happened to be looking around. People tell you, hey, go look at so-and-so's wish list. And I think that's how that happened. And I saw it. I thought, oh my God, I need that. That's exactly what I've been looking for. So in my impulsiveness, I went ahead and bought it. And when I did that, I wasn't aware at the time. And you're going to hear this in the phone recording you're about to hear that I had with Amazon, that it triggered a notification. If you buy anything, even for yourself, off someone else's wish list, they will be notified that something was purchased. They assume, and probably rightly so, usually it would be for them. But in this case, it was not. And that's why it took a long time. The gift never showed up because I had bought it for myself. She was notified something was bought. So, and I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't aware that that was the process of what unfolds. So anyway, things went on for a couple of weeks, and I presented on this channel, on Susan's channel. She was nice enough to let me show all my Amazon receipts, which I did. Right, Susan? You remember when we did that live?
Yes, we've actually done 2 lives showing your receipts.
That's right, we did. So today, because now it's gotten down to what I would call he said, she said, Stellar said, Bomb said. So today it will be Amazon says. And they're going to, there has to be an arbiter, and I think it will be Amazon themselves will tell us what actually happened behind the scene. Who called, who did what, and when did it happen? So you're about to hear that now. And then after we watch it's only 5 minutes, I think. It's a short video. You'll hear Bomb first, and she's going to tell you what she wants you to think. And then you're going to hear my conversation with a phone conversation with Amazon. And it's going to put all of what Bomb said to rest as very, very shady. The things she said. And then I want to just make a comment when it's all over with. I've got a couple of thoughts I wanted to share with you. So, Susan, so up to
Okay.
you. I think Susan's going to play the video.
All right. Mama of two girls. Yes, she got the notification because it was a registry gift instead of a wish list.
That's right.
So she did get a notification for that.
And it did tell her when she looked that I had bought a gift off her wish list. It didn't actually say for her, but I can understand why she would have thought that. I think I would have, anybody would have, because it's a bit unusual. Hi, Jennifer P. That anybody would buy a gift off of someone's wish list. I got impulsive. I saw it. And I just into my own head and thinking, well, that's something I've been looking for a while. I'd love to have it. And so I put it into my cart and went ahead and, without really thinking the implication, and I bought it for myself. I sent it to myself, and that was just what happened. Anyway, she went ahead and proceeded, and you'll hear what she did. She's going to tell you in her own words, or claim what she didn't do, and we'll let Amazon be the judge and jury of what actually took place and who is telling the truth and what the truth actually was.
Okay, here we go.
Now let us know.
So you may have bought it.
Sorry.
And it still came to my house.
Can y'all hear it good?
You said that I called Amazon and said I never got the gift. So they sent me one. That's not true. But no, I didn't get it called and delivered to me. I guess he did. I did not call them. He said he called Amazon and they are looking into it. They can do that. I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna take that box, honey, and I'm gonna send it back to Amazon. And I'll email you the receipt that it was sent back. And then that way you'll get your money back. And it literally sat on my porch. It's been on my porch since it arrived in November. That's what, 2 months?
Finish. Press 9.
Susan,
Otherwise,
can you
please hold.
pause for a second?
I'm pausing.
Okay. I just wanted to remind the people listening to what Bomb just said. She's claiming that I was lying about her calling Amazon. And what you're about to hear is Amazon confirming what I said in the first place, that in fact she did call Amazon and requested that it be sent to her. So you're going to hear that clarified. She's claiming it sat on her porch for 2 months. I have something to say about that as well. Okay, now what you're about to hear is the phone call I had with Amazon. Go ahead, Susan. Thank you.
Hi, thank you so much for calling Amazon. My name is Tarannum. May I have your name, please?
Yes, hi. My name is Joe.
Thank you so much for confirming, Joe. How may I assist you today?
Yes, I had a question. I'm sorry. It had to do with an order I placed back on November 3rd, and I can give you the order number if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Yeah, the last 4 digits of the order number is 8667.
867.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and they had me record so I would be able to remember all of this. So I'm just letting you know that's what I'm doing. They said,
Okay.
they said they'll be contacting you through email, and that's the time you can ask as a reference that you did not call Amazon on November 12th. And I think you'll see that there on the order.
This is the mobile TV stand.
Yes, that's it.
So what is the issue with the item?
Yeah, I talked to Amazon yesterday, as I mentioned, an agent, and they told me that my account reflected that I received an item twice. And my original order, as
No
you,
worry.
yeah,
Mhm.
my order says November 3rd, and then I received it on November 5th, and everything was wonderful. But then 9 days later on November 12th, someone in Georgia said they did not receive, and they asked for replacement. And I don't live in Georgia.
Yeah, I can see.
You can see that?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
I can see the account
Okay.
from this. The replacement is ordered from another account, not from your account. So I completely understand your concern that it is not your fault and you don't have two items. You just have one item. You can keep the item.
I was looking in someone's Amazon gift registry. I was just looking at it, and I saw something that I liked. And that's what I bought. But I wasn't really realizing that when I bought it, that it was going to notify the person in Georgia
Yeah.
that I had bought
I
something.
do understand.
Yes. So that's where it all became
right.
confusing.
This is your account. Replacement is showing on this account, but replacement is created from another account.
It was someone in Georgia that asked for the replacement. Is that correct?
So you're absolutely right.
Okay.
No worries. Just I have already escalated this issue, so don't need to worry about it. We will fix it.
Oh, well, I just wanted to see whether when the person in Georgia asked for a replacement of this item, I understand why they did, because I didn't realize it at the time, but when I made the purchase on November 3rd, I made it inside of their Amazon registry. So they would have gotten a notice from Amazon that someone purchased something off their registry gift wish list.
Oh, okay. This is from the registries. Okay.
Yes. So they thought, and I understand, they thought they were going to be getting a gift. And of course, it never came because, as you can see, I ordered it for myself. Can I ask you, is it fine when you order something? Let's say you happen to see something you like inside a registry of someone else's. You say, "Oh, I'd like that for myself." Is it okay if I go ahead and order it for myself?
Yeah, it's completely fine.
Okay, I wanted to make sure because they were notified that I bought something. So I understand why they would think, well, I bought something for them. But I thought on November 12th, when they contacted Amazon, I think you can see that Amazon would have told them my order was in Washington and that they're asking for a replacement in a different place in Georgia. So I'm surprised that Amazon wouldn't tell them this person didn't actually buy the gift for you. They bought it for themselves. Okay, so I didn't pay for the item twice. I only paid one time for myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And someone in Georgia was called for a replacement. I did not.
Yeah, you didn't.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your clearing, and I'll look forward to the email.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you so much. Is there anything else?
No, that was it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thanks. Bye-bye. Okay.
Well,
Shall I go ahead and comment?
yes, we have quit sharing now that since the call's over.
Right. Initially, I heard Bombshell say Stellar had bought me a gift. And I have that recording. Stellar bought me a gift. Well, I knew
Right.
I didn't buy, yeah, I didn't buy her anything. I happened to buy a gift for myself through her wish list, and that's what that conversation was about. So did I buy a bomb a gift, as she said? The answer is no, I did not. So she was wrong about that. I think she knows that. Number two, did Bomb call Amazon to request the replacement, as I said? Because she denied it. She said that wasn't true. Yes, we just heard for ourselves. Amazon clearly stated several times that she had called. So number three, did Stellar buy two gifts, one for Bomb and one for himself? Because Bomb was saying, I can get my money back. She was, remember, if she had the item out on her porch and said, it's been sitting there for 2 months and I'm sending it back. I'll do you one better, she says. I'm going to send this back, and then Stellar, I'll send you a receipt and you can get your money back. Well, you just heard from Amazon, I didn't pay for that item that she got. There's no need for any money to come back to me at all. So should I get money back? No. She's still running with the lie that I had bought her that item. You know who bought that item? You did. Everybody did. We
Yep.
all paid for something, right? Susan, go ahead.
That is correct. Anybody that is a member of Prime, you wonder about the prices on there, and prices go up because of people like Bomb.
Right. The other thing that I found,
It's just like with any store, like, the shoplifters that go in Walmart or whatever, this is basically the same thing.
right. You want something, you find out that it really wasn't bought for you, and you insist that, and Amazon is very accommodating to customers. They will go out of their way to make you happy, even to the point where, they really shouldn't have. And I still have the contact with Amazon on that very issue, because it appeared that they had to correct this on my account, that I had received the item twice, when in fact, and you could tell from the conversation in the recording, that I did not. I only received the item once. So I wanted to clear that matter up as well. Now, did Bomb leave the item outside on her porch for 2 months? In the day of porch pirates, you don't leave something out on your porch for 2 minutes, much less
No.
2 days or 2 months. No, I'm not. In the weather, you've had some pretty inclement weather there in Georgia, right, Susan? I can't imagine that being
We
left
did
out.
with the storms that came through South Georgia. They came up from Florida. Tornadoes went through. I know a tornado hit where my nephew is in Santa Rosa and did a lot of damage. And
Right.
It came on up through Georgia. We had some torrential rains and winds. So there's no way a package could have sat on a porch and not gotten wet, the box, gotten damaged. There's no way.
Right. And I don't think anybody would have, walking by or driving by, they see a item on the porch and would, for 2 months, drive back and forth, are not going to grab that and take off. I just found that absolutely laughable that she left it out there for 2 months, as she wants us to believe. So, and then of course, did Bomb, if she sent it back, as she claims, I don't know if I believe that either. She was going to send Stellar a receipt so he can get his money back. Well, there's no receipt.
Honey, have you gotten your receipt yet? That's what she called you, honey.
Yeah,
She'll
honey,
send you a receipt.
Well, let me respond to honey. Right. And without
Right.
I won't digress. Okay. I won't digress. No, I have not, Susan. Not received it. And I'm not expecting I'm going to get one. And I'm not believing anything was sent back either. So no, that might have been boxed up for somebody on somebody else who may have bought it from her. Who knows? But I don't buy it.
Right.
So why would she leave a box on her outside porch for 2 months? Why wouldn't she have sent that box back immediately? She said, I got her a recording. I don't want anything from Stellar. I don't want anything from him. Well, if you had it on your porch for 2 months, why did you wait until now to send it back? Right? Well, I think we all know
That's the
why.
thing. even on a registry, it gave her the opportunity to either thank you for the gift, which you did not get, or to return the gift. And if she had clicked on return because she didn't want anything from you, when she clicked on return, it would have given her the return information for her to take it to a UPS store or wherever, and she could have returned it for free. Not let it sit on the porch for 2 months. It could have been returned, within a day or two. But she didn't do that. She had no intentions of sending it back or telling you thank you for a gift that she thought you sent her.
Right. And Bob learned at some point later on that I had an investigation started with Amazon about this issue. And when she learned about that, right, she didn't want to, run into any problem. She goes, I'll do you one better. I'm going to send this back like some kind of hero for this issue. I think she was running scared by that point. She was very concerned.
Yes, Lisa, she kept the item.
Yeah, and she could very much put herself in jeopardy, losing her standing with Amazon. When you play games like that, you're saying, hey, where's my gift? Well, you weren't gifted anything. Gifted anything. I happened to buy it off your list, but that's why I asked them, is that all right if I do that? And they said yes. That's perfectly fine.
Bewildered Mongoose. I will I'll address you. That message got deleted, but I'm gonna address it anyway. It says, so it's some dude being nosy and creepy on her list. She thought someone got it for her, so she called and required. Big whoop. Well, Bewildered Mongoose. Everybody looks at different registry list. If you want to go that way, some creepy lady down in South Georgia looked on Savage's registry when she was renewing her vows. I mean, you could say it that way, that this person that has a list that kept a gift that wasn't sent to her, as you say, inquired about it, was creeping on somebody else's registry. That's how YouTube is. People put their registry list out there, and people look at them to see what's on it.
Yeah.
So it's not some creepy dude.
Can I also respond to Mongoose?
Sure.
Mongoose. I know you're bewildered, okay? But listen, lean in, as they say around here. Bombshell came to me. You want to talk about creepy? I'll tell you creepy right now. Bombshell contacted me out of the blue. I barely knew her at all. And she asked me for a rather considerable loan of money. You want to talk about creepy? That's creepy. Okay? There you go.
A loan that she didn't repay, that she wanted you to scam PayPal.
Yeah. So beyond
she wanted
creepy,
you to scam PayPal to get your money.
That's right. Yeah. Beyond creepy, dishonest. Absolutely.
Exactly. So these idiots
Go ahead.
These idiots keep following her and believing her bullshit when she has been a straight up scammer. She scammed you. She scammed me. She scammed Valoma along with many other people. And you want to come in here and say some creepy dude. Really?
Yeah, and
Susan, you could say, how creepy is she when she showed my house? I mean, she was on Google looking at my house from a street view.
Exactly.
How creepy is that?
Well, tit for tat. The bottom line for me, you're going to have people like that come in, and they're not going to be convinced by the truth staring them in the face. You can give them, like I just did, the Amazon information. It goes beyond he said, she said. Amazon saying, here's what really happened. And they're not going to care. They don't care what the truth is. They don't care what's real. They simply are going to be loyal to someone like that. So I'm not thinking that we can succeed in convincing everyone, but deep down, everyone knows the truth when they see it. Some people just don't want to acknowledge it.
That is true. A lucky lady. How creepy is someone to keep shit in a cup? That's true. And Prison Mike says, how creepy is it she seeks out the nudes of females she doesn't like to try and threaten them with it? So, you know, you want to talk about creepy. You know, we got a whole list of creepy from over there.
Right.
So
As far as her subscribers go, you know, they got to live with the tension of really knowing in their hearts that the truth was just told, not by me, not by Bomb, not by either one of us, but by Amazon itself. So, you know,
Right.
you heard it from them. They're not loyal to me and they're not loyal to her. They told the facts of what happened. So you got to live with the tension. Anybody who's going to say, "Oh, I'm not going to believe that," well, you know, then there is no helping someone whose minds are closed. And they say a closed mind is like a parachute. It better be open or you're going to crash land. You got to keep your mind open. But if you're brainwashed and you just want to be loyal to somebody, then you will say the types of things you did.
that is true. So, you know,
And I
you made this into a YouTube video. You will be making it, you will be having that on your channel public, right?
yeah, I can put it up. I don't know if Susan wants to keep this one up. It's up to her. She certainly can. But I'll put it.
Yeah,
post
I
it on
am gonna keep this stream up. I'm not gonna delete it like I didn't delete the other two with receipts for anybody that would actually like to see the truth.
Right. Well, like I
And
say, Susan, previously I showed receipts on your channel from my Amazon account, from my account, about that item that I purchased. And, you know, that info is still available. You have those, you just said, you have those live streams still up. So if anybody wants to see all of the receipts, you have access to them right here. And today we just presented a conversation between myself and Amazon customer service. You know, I don't think you can do better than that. That clears up beyond any doubt that I told the truth from the very beginning about how everything unfolded. And it's really sad to me that Bomb, you know, has an aversion to telling the truth. You know, it's similar to, like, I think to a small child being afraid to come clean with the truth and thinking, oh, they're going to be in big trouble. You know, this community, Susan, in my personal opinion, can be pretty doggone forgiving, especially when someone's humble enough to it and honest enough to speak openly and honestly. In fact, sometimes you get heaps of praise for coming on and saying, hey, I was wrong about something, and telling the truth. Somehow I don't think she's going to do that, although I wish she would. And I don't have any reason to drag her, because the truth is a brutal enough taskmaster. I'm fond of saying that. The truth itself.
yes, you are.
Yeah. So I did want to share that with folks today, and you're certainly free to share it as well. I know it's not a major matter, but it speaks to the integrity or the lack of integrity on her part. Sorry.
Right. The stream is going to stay up, and anybody feel free to clip it. Just give the channel credit, either me or Stellar. You know, just so that people know where it come from. We would greatly appreciate that. Or if you could put a link to our channel, if you share it, that would be greatly appreciated. But yeah, get the word out. Share the receipts to let people know.
People should also be asking questions like, well, if Bombshell really is telling the truth, why didn't she do what Stellar did? Why didn't she contact Amazon and clarify the whole thing? Why didn't Bomb do that? Why didn't she contact them and have them tell her who was it on November 12th that contacted Amazon for a replacement? Why didn't she do that? Well, it's pretty obvious why she didn't do that.
Well, I mean, the only person that would have known to call them on the 12th because of a registry gift would have been her. She would have been the only one that got an email notification saying that something had been bought for her and she had not received it. That's not public information from Amazon. So when they get a call from Georgia, it's, you know, they said it was someone calling from that person's registry list.
Right.
So, I mean, the only person on that list is her and her dog, and I don't think the dog would have called.
Well, but can you be sure?
I mean,
I'd say.
I'm not 100%, but I don't think Sadie would have been calling.
I haven't heard of any talking dogs during my lifetime, so probably you're right.
Yeah, no, I've seen Sadie in person, and Sadie does not talk.
Right. Anyway, this may not be major and monumental, but it speaks to the integrity or the lack, like I said, lack of integrity of who is believable. Eventually the truth comes out. If people will go on and on about something, and usually they divert, right? Or they
Right.
project. But eventually,
Can you answer? Can you
sorry?
answer Irish Gal's question? Was she able to keep the product? Did Amazon request it back?
Yeah, I can tell you the answer. Amazon does not want it back. They don't take gifts back. Some of you probably know that if something's delivered to the wrong address and you call them, I've done that, and Amazon says we don't send trucks out. You keep it, or if you don't want it, throw it away. But they don't, and then they very readily will send out replacements as well. So they're not in the business of, they don't want it back. So the very fact that she would try to send it back, they're not interested. They have to put
Well, there
that
is
in
a
the
return. Stellar, on her registry, there is a return button. She could have returned the item.
Yeah, that's maybe a little differently because it's a registry gift list. But generally, Amazon is, like they said to me, they don't want that back. Because once it's in your hands, I mean, you've had it for 2 months, they can't really resell that. Well, they won't. So anyway, it may not appear to be a major issue, but it's one of a string of things that's been going on, swirling around. Why is so much drama, bad drama, swirling around one person? And I always make a distinction between good drama, which builds people up or helps the community, and bad drama, which rips it to shreds. Why is so much bad drama revolving around this one person? Well, it's easy to answer that. It's good for business.
Exactly. For those that have came in late, do y'all want the call replayed again? I don't know how many people came in late and did not hear it.
It's only about 5 minutes. I guess you could do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's only like 5 minutes. I can replay it again real quick if people would like.
Why don't you? I don't think it certainly wouldn't take long.
All right, let me.
Sometimes when you hear a second time, you hear something else you might have missed. Please replay. Yeah.
All right. Present. Stellar calls. All right, y'all ready? Oops.
House.
Hold on, let me back it up because I had it on mute.
So you may have bought it, and it still came to my house. You said that I called Amazon and said I never got the gift. So they sent me one. That's not true. But no, I didn't get it called and delivered to me. I guess he did. I did not call them. He said he called Amazon and they are looking into it. They can do that. I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna take that box, honey, and I'm gonna send it back to Amazon. And I'll email you the receipt that it was sent back. And then that way you'll get your money back. And it literally sat on my porch. It's been on my porch since it arrived in November. That's what, 2 months?
Finish. Press 9. Otherwise, please hold.
Hi, thank you so much for calling Amazon. My name is Tarannum. May I have your name, please?
Yes. Hi. My name is Joe.
Thank you so much for confirming, Joe. How may I assist you today?
Yes. I had a question. I'm sorry. It had to do with an order I placed back on November 3rd. And I can give you the order number if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Yeah, the last four digits of the order number is 8667.
8667.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and they had me record so I would be able to remember all of this. So I'm just letting you know that's what I'm doing. They said
Okay.
they said they'll be contacting you through email, and that's the time you can ask as a reference that you did not call Amazon on November 12th. And I think you'll see that there on the order.
This is the mobile TV stand.
Yes, that's it.
So what is the issue with the item?
Yeah, I talked to Amazon yesterday, as I mentioned, an agent, and they told me that my account reflected that I received an item twice. And my original order, as
No
you,
worry.
yeah,
Mhm.
my order says November 3rd, and then I received it on November 5th, and everything was wonderful. But then 9 days later, on November 12th, someone in Georgia said they did not receive, and they asked for replacement. And I don't live in Georgia.
Yeah, I can see.
You can see that?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
I can see the account
Okay.
from this. The replacement is order from some another account, not from my account. So I completely understand your concern that it is not your fault and you don't have two items. You just have one item. You can keep the item.
I was looking in someone's Amazon gift registry. I was just looking at it, and I saw something that I liked. And that's what I bought. But I wasn't really realizing that when I bought it, that it was going to notify the person in Georgia
Yeah.
that I had bought
I
something.
do understand.
Yes. So that's where it all became
Yeah,
confusing.
This is your account. Replacement is showing on this account, but replacement is created from some another account.
It was someone in Georgia that asked for the replacement. Is that correct?
So you're absolutely right.
Okay.
No worries. Just I have already escalated this issue, so don't need to worry about it. We will fix it up.
Oh, well, I just wanted to see whether when the person in Georgia asked for a replacement of this item, I understand why they did, because I didn't realize it at the time, but when I made the purchase on November 3rd, I made it inside of their Amazon registry. So they would have gotten a notice from Amazon that someone purchased something off their registry gift wish list.
Oh, okay. This is from the registries. Okay.
Yes. So they thought, and I understand, they thought they were going to be getting a gift, and of course it never came, because as you can see, I ordered it for myself. Can I ask you, is it fine when you order something? Let's say you happen to see something you like inside a registry of someone else's. You say, "Oh, I'd like that for myself." Is it okay if I go ahead and order it for myself?
Yeah, it's completely fine.
Okay, I wanted to make sure because they were notified that I bought something. So I understand why they would think, well, I bought something for them. But I thought on November 12th, when they contacted Amazon, I think you can see that Amazon would have told them my order was in Washington and that they're asking for a replacement in a different place in Georgia. So I'm surprised that Amazon wouldn't tell them this person didn't actually buy the gift for you. They bought it for themselves. Okay. So I didn't pay for the item twice. I only paid one time for myself.
Yeah, absolutely.
And someone in Georgia was called for a replacement. I did not.
Yeah, you didn't.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate your clearing, and I'll look forward to the email.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you so much. Is there anything else?
No, that was it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Okay, I think that pretty much clarifies it for those that didn't hear it earlier.
Yeah, I hope it answers a few questions. I didn't buy Bomb a gift like she said I did. That was a lie. And did Bomb call Amazon? I said she did. She said no. Turned out Bomb lied about that. And
Thank
did
you,
I end up
Faith.
buying? Yeah, did I end up buying 2 gifts? And she says you can get a refund. No, they just cleared that up. I only bought one, the one that I received. She ended up getting a second one, a replacement. Yeah, and the only, like we said, the people that paid for that is you and I. Everybody puts that bill, causing higher prices all around. And did she leave the Amazon box out on her porch for 2 months? I find that, who would believe that? That's so ludicrous. Porch pirates will take it after 2 minutes if you're not right on it. 2 months leaving something out in Georgia? Come on. Or anywhere, any state.
Correct.
And then she claims she's going to, yeah, she had a receipt to send me. Did I receive the receipt? No, of course not.
No. I have something I want to play real quick. Faith and Julie, thank you so much for the gifted member. Thank you so much for the memberships tonight. Faith and Julie, gifted memberships. Bad Medicine is a member for 2 months. Ocean Tide for 4 months. A Very Lucky Lady for 3 months. And Lisa is a new member along with some others. It doesn't list them for me in this start. But Julie gifted 10, Faith gifted 50 memberships. So thank you so much to all the new members tonight. Devious 1 month, Mingo for 2 months as a member. So thank you so much.
I want to thank you, Susan, for allowing me to have a platform. My channel is not very large, but over here you have a wider audience, and I think one that probably is aware of what's been happening in this particular issue. And so I think it gets the word out. Hopefully it will continue to. I mean, if she wants to argue about anything now, she can argue with Amazon. They have spoken.
Yes, they have. And I don't know how you could argue with these facts. I mean, they clearly stated that someone from Georgia called and they sent out a replacement item, and that you did not send the gift. And I knew when I heard it, when she said that you had sent her a Christmas gift on the phone call that she played in December. As soon as I heard that statement, my first thought was bullshit. Yeah, and I said Stellar would never do that, and that's why I called you to tell you what she was saying, because I knew that you would never have sent her a gift.
Right, and I learned a lesson myself. I didn't realize how the gift registries work. If you purchase something, no matter, you could buy it for Joe Biden or whoever, and they will still be notified that something was bought. And the assumption would be for them, and I get that. But assuming only takes you so far, especially when you find out. The first big clue would be the gift didn't show up and it's 9 days late. That's your first clue for Bomb, And then when she did call, and Amazon proved that she made the call, she lied and said she didn't. She did. And she wanted to get that gift. And then, that's when she should have owned up to it and said, hey, was this gift bought for me? And the answer from Amazon would be no. The person bought it for themselves.
That is correct. And they were very clear that, she was the one that called on the 12th. It was a person from Georgia that owned that registry. So,
right.
And, she said that she would return it and email you a receipt, and you've not received that yet. So,
no,
Amazon honestly, is still looking into it.
Right. And I won't get a receipt, but even if I did, there's nothing I can do with it because I didn't pay for that gift. The community that buys from Amazon, they foot the bill when someone is asking for something they didn't pay for. So
That is correct.
I don't know. I hope it's a lesson to the whole community. It was to me. I learned something I didn't know. And, you know, she tried to say, well, what she, like I was setting her up. No. As far as I'm concerned, I want zero to do with that woman. Nothing. But again, maybe the Lord works in mysterious ways. Maybe this is one of those mysterious ways.
You know, we never know. You know, how things are going to work out, but you know, hopefully Amazon will be able to come, you know, with a satisfactory solution to it. And one thing, you know, that we did learn is that when you order an item off of a registry, if you are ordering it for yourself off of somebody else's registry, that person will get a notification that something has been bought if they have, when they set their registry up, to be notified. You have a choice. Me and Stellar found out when I set up a test registry that
Right.
you could either leave it for the item to be a surprise when you get it, or you can ask to be notified of a gift being purchased for you, what it was, and who purchased it. And that's the way her registry is set up. So
Right.
she got a notification that something was bought on her registry, but it doesn't say, you know, that the item's bought for you. It gives you a tracking number. So if you look at the tracking number, it would have shown that the gift went to Joe
Washington
and
State.
she in Washington State. She would have known that. Because it does dox you when you send something off of a registry. We found out, even though I set my test registry up as Susan Georgia Peach, when Stellar went to send me something off of it to see how it works, it told him that he was sending it to Susan in my last name and gave him basically my address.
Right.
So when you order something off of a registry to go to somebody, you are going to dox yourself. So she will have your real name, first and last name, and your address. So, you know, and then if you ever get, you know, on her bad side, she's got your information to dox you.
Yeah, I'm not real worried about her doing a thing to me. I've got a good attorney. Hi, Lisa. You're in Washington State as well?
Well, I'm not really worried about it. I've been doxxed. My house has been shown. I mean, pretty much everybody knows where I'm at. My number has been given out.
Oh,
So,
bad medicine.
you know,
Bad medicine. So both people. No, I didn't get her information at all.
no, the person that owns the registry, they get the gift sender's information, but you don't get the owner of the registries.
Right. Their address.
No, wait a minute. Or is that backwards?
No, that's right. The person has the gift
No,
registry.
because when you sent me a gift, I own the registry. And when you sent me a gift, it gave you my name.
Right, but not your address.
Did it just give you the city and state? I thought it gave you the street address. Maybe it didn't.
No. In fact, it just gave me an option of selecting that when I wanted to make the purchase, which I did. It didn't, I could have chosen myself as well. But no, I picked your name, but it didn't give me anything more than that.
Okay. Yeah, bad medicine. I thought it gave the whole address, but it did not. It just gives like my city and state, but it does give any, you know, if you own the registry, it gives them your name, like your real name, whatever name the Amazon account is in.
Right.
Yes, freaking fabulous. It shows the city and the state, even though you could set it up as Susan Georgia Peach's registry. It, when you actually go to get the gift, it gives a name and city and state.
Right. But at least you don't have the physical street address. That's private.
Well, and you know, it's surprising. Someone with my identical name lives less than a mile from me.
Oh my goodness.
Um,
Wow.
and there was another one that lived a couple of miles from me that sadly passed away that I went to high school with. So there's like 5 of me in my town with the same name. I mean, I have a very common name, so
You have a very common name. Yeah.
yes, I do. So I hope that clarifies everything. You know, the he said, she said should be over as of now because Amazon has spoken and cleared that up, I
We
believe.
just, yeah, we reported back what Amazon had to say. So anybody who doesn't like it, take it up with Amazon.
Yeah, I think you did something better than, you know, you were waiting on an email and I think you're still waiting on it. Is that correct?
Yeah,
From
there's one
Amazon?
little, that's right, Susan. One little piece of this puzzle is not quite finished. And that's something, once I hear back, I'll certainly report. And hopefully that will be resolved. One little final piece.
Correct. And yes, Hondo Bomb did dox Stellar in order
Yes,
to
yes,
lie and
right.
try to show that she didn't scam Amazon when she showed what she showed.
Yeah,
Proof she
she
did.
did do
So
that,
yeah,
Hondo.
she
She
in
put
the
my
middle of the
last
lie,
name.
she doxed Stellar.
Yeah. I didn't know if a lot of people probably did see that. I don't know. I mean, yeah, I have been doxxed before, but some people ask the question, can you dox somebody more than once? I'm going to vehemently say, you betcha you can dox them 1,000,000 times if you want. Not everybody sees the first dox. You know, there are people who do it privately. And then if it's doxed, well, you say, well, look, you've already been doxed. There's a lot of people that don't have any clue who you are. So if you keep getting doxxed, eventually everybody will know. So I think that's something we can't really argue and say, well, you are already out. Well, not to everybody. Not everybody is aware of all the things that have been, you know, going on around here. Yeah, she
I mean,
put my last name out, Lisa.
that's true. I mean, when I got doxxed the first time, it was like in 2020. And it was before I knew a lot of people in drama, you know, didn't really realize who I was. They, you know, they knew my name, but you know, I was in drama, but not like I am now when I got doxxed. But there's so many new people that I doubt anybody really, you know, really remembered Tam Tam doxing me because I was friends with Shannon. So they probably didn't remember it. So it was all something new when Bomb did it. You know, that's when my information really got out.
Yep. Jesse, Sarah, my last name is not easy to remember like Susan's, but thank you for saying it.
Yeah, your name is a lot harder than mine to remember.
Yeah, it's unusual.
So I hope this clears everything up.
Yeah, bad medicine. My last name is Stellar, Joe Stellar. First name is Joe, last name Stellar. I'm kidding.
It's funny, bad medicine. Even though Stellar is one of my best friends, I do not call him Joe like on here. You know, he'll say his name. I don't call him that. I call him Stellar.
Yeah, and I don't want anybody calling me Mr. either. You know, a simple title like Your Majesty is perfectly fine. So nobody has to call me, or he who must be obeyed, or something like that, along those lines. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't know it, but when I call him, I bow and do a little curtsy.
I insist on that. Yeah.
Let's
look
see.
what Angelo puts there, please. My wish list can be found on the Lamborghini dealership. You know, that would be good, but don't forget about Bugatti. You know, my personal favorite. $1.5 to $2 million a copy for those machines. Wow. Those Italians, I tell you.
What machine is it?
Bugatti.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a very high priced street legal automobile that will take you down the road at 300 and some miles an hour. I don't
Oh,
think there's any
wow.
place you can drive it that fast, but Your Majesty.
I guess it's a good thing it's not a convertible because it would have your face like flying backwards.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if they have I think they probably have the roof thing, but no convertible.
Vinny. Bum 11 on you people.
Yep, it could happen.
You never know. So that was what we wanted to share with you guys tonight. You know, I hope this clears it up, you know, and people that want to see the truth will see the truth and recognize it. And those that don't want to see the truth, that want to continue with, you know, believing her lies and her scams or whatever, you know, sadly that's going to happen, you know, but at this point, my wish for you is that she takes you for every dime you have. If you haven't learned by now, with all the streams of how many people that she has scammed from, and including Amazon at this point, you're never going to learn. And so you know, at this point, you deserve what you get.
And Susan, I'll
That's
piggyback
my
on
thoughts.
that. I agree with you 100%. I think people really need to realize that, you know, most of the people, not maybe everyone, but there's a lot of people sitting in this chat right here who were once Bombshell supporters. And there's a reason why we're not anymore. And for those who are neophytes, you're brand new, sit up and take notice.
Well, recently, you know, there's people that have, you know, left her and come to this side, you know, and they've told their story, and then they go back over there to her side and go right back up on her panel and support her, you know, and then they come over here and then they go over there. I'm kind of like Pirate and Shannon said, you know, no new friends. At this point, if you haven't left her by now, you're not going to. And so, you know, for me, no new friends. I don't want anybody at this point, you know, that's one of her followers. I really don't want them in my chat. Any other new person is welcome, but you know, if you were a supporter of her, stay away from me. She stole from me, and I don't want anybody that supports that.
Yeah, it's really a word to the wise for those of you who are there. Keep a close, you know, keep your pocketbook very, very close to your heart.
Right. I mean, I've made some great new friends from people that have left from over there. You know, Devious has came over. I know that she was like a big supporter over there. Paige and Flava, you know, that's just a few of the people that, you know, really their names stood out to me. I don't watch Bombed enough to know. I don't watch her chat. So a lot of her supporters, I can't tell you who they are. I don't know their names. Just because I have chose not to watch her. You know, I see clips and people send me clips, but I cannot sit through a whole stream. I just can't. Right. And her minions, when they do something, you know, they make a community post or a video, I don't see it. I have them blocked. So if they tag me, I'm not going to see it. The only way I see it, like one recently, something was done on me 2 months ago, and I didn't know about it until about a week ago. Because I'm not sub to them. They're blocked. They tagged me, but I didn't see the tag. So I just prefer to keep it that way. You know, I like the people that from over there that I have now. I don't need any new people from over there. I mean, I hate to be that way, but the way people are flipping and flopping, right. Yeah, I just can't. I mean, you either believe her or you believe our side.
Yeah, and you know, Susan, what really disappoints me and is an eye-opener, there are people who appear not to be concerned at all about whether someone is right or wrong, or someone is telling the truth or lying. They're not even concerned about that. Yeah, you know, what movie was it where that line came out Some people just want to see the world burn or something like that, paraphrase. And, they just do. Some people are here for, the car wreck. They're here for the blood and the gore, and they're here to see people hurt. And I hope that's not a lot of people, but there are some. And so there's no convincing them. They want this. They get a sick enjoyment out of it, some of them. And, as far as them operating out of morality, I would say, there's no moral ascendancy that exists with people like that. Just none. They don't have it.
Right. Taylor says, we love our girls from there. They've caught on quickly and boom, we had more friends. And that is true. And Al Capone says, you really have to fucking prove yourself before I start trusting you, like Devious did and like Tupac's wife did. And that is true. They come over here and they stay for, a week or so. And, you never know if they're coming over for a good reason or if they're coming over with an ulterior motive. You just don't know. So at this point, I just say no new friends. Hondo says if they don't learn the first time, then let them eat crow.
Right. And I think they got that opportunity. Devious made a good point too. In my opinion, people like to stir stuff and watch and laugh were bullied at one point, and amazingly, bullying someone else online. That's, I'll tell you, the psychology community would definitely agree with you. That has been so clear. I'm not a diagnostician, but I do believe that is true. There's a reason, and there always is, as to why some people tend to go in the direction that they do. If you're a person with a good heart and a kind heart, it is virtually impossible for you to cause harm to another person. You might be able to get in there and bump noses, but you're not going to do it out of spite and hate. So there are people on here who've been battered and bruised and probably bullied, like Devious is saying. And unfortunately, they need to dig a little deeper and find their humanity again and realize that, it all starts with telling the truth. We have to be truth tellers.
Well, I mean, I can say, sadly, I did give her 2 chances. And I got burned both times. So, she won't get another chance from me. And that should tell people something. If she will burn you twice, don't, stop giving her all these chances. She's never going to change at the age she is now. She is what she is. And, that's a scammer. She's not going to change.
Well, I'm always going to hold out hope. I'm less naive than I was. I found this place about 10 years ago. It started out in the Point. And, I believed more naively that everybody can change. You just have to put your heart into it. I'm not so sure anymore. There are categories of people that the psychology community really throws their arms up in there. They don't know what to do with them. There's no medication for them. There's no fix. That's why if there was one, we would know about it. So I kind of have to agree with you. We can't be naive like I've been in many ways. To be alert and be aware and protect yourself and protect other people too.
Right. You said how many years, and I just counted up. This year will be 8 years for me that I've been in the drama community.
You've been around the block, Susan.
I've been around the block a time or two for the drama community.
Exactly.
Devious Bad Medicine said, I ain't ever leaving the ship again. 50 Shades done promised to hunt me down, kick my ass, and drag me back. Well, I would be right behind 50 Shades tracking you down, Bad Medicine. You are very much appreciated here. That's why I have you as one of my managing mods.
Never hurts to have a little motivation. Sorry.
Yeah. Tater says the way she talks to her subs and mods is so bizarre. There's no way I would let anyone talk to me like that. No way. that it wouldn't happen. Devious, what's up? Want to give me a vacay? Dad is on a roll and a runner, and mom is into bingo. Gemini mama, rotten, so untruthful, conniving, and selfish. Exactly. Hondo says, I remember you back in the day in the DC Susan Georgia Peach during the campfire crew and STS days. Yeah, that was a long time ago. STS and the porch. I don't know what happened to them. They just kind of dropped off. I know they were having health issues, and I hope, sometimes they are at least watching and that they're okay. And that their health has improved. And that they just, kind of got fed up with this place and walked away rather than something happening to them.
Right.
Mexico's just voted to close the southern border to stop bomb from illegally entering with her since November porch package.
Well, that, like they say, this just in, the news, Mexico.
Yeah, and everybody keeps saying she's got that U-Haul truck down there, so.
Wow. Must be decked out.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine renting a U-Haul truck every day. It just seems to me that it would be cheaper to go buy, an inexpensive vehicle. I don't understand that.
Well,
but at the same time, she did have an inexpensive vehicle that she paid cash for and then went and pawned the title. So.
Well, and if you're going to find somebody to foot the bill for everything you want them to, then I guess you don't care what it costs. And that's the shame of it all. There's a lot of hardworking people that work hard for what they have. Hi, Unitonica. Good seeing you.
Hondo, gross. You have been here a long time. Gemini says, but Susan, you would also never shit in a damn cup. That is true. That is very true. I just can't fathom, having to do that. I mean, my parents always told me the first thing you do is put a roof over your head, food on your table, and have some way of transportation in case of emergency, because you never know at 3:00 in the morning if you're going to have to get up and take someone to the hospital or whatever. My dad was always very adamant that you never went to bed with your vehicle sitting on empty with gas. You had to have at least half a tank, because he said, it may, I had 4 brothers and me, and he's like, you never know when we're going to have to take one of those kids to the emergency room and you don't have time to stop at the store to fill up with gas.
That's right.
So, I mean, those were just some of the things I was taught, a roof, food, and a vehicle before anything.
Yeah, it's a whole other set of values, a different generation. We had the rainy day attitude put into us, and, they were children of the Depression, and they knew what tough times were. And, if we wanted something, we didn't get it, we would put it on layaway. We didn't need it right away. I'm probably more impulsive than I should be, but, I think we have to know, the first thing that struck me about her that really bothered me was the failure to be grateful. Gratefulness is what makes the soul great, and to be appreciative of what is given you, and not just, worst of all, take it for granted or that you're entitled. And that seems to be a real concern today.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, my dad never had a credit card. He didn't believe in credit cards. The only thing he ever financed was the house and a car. But everything else, he said, if you didn't have money for it, you didn't need it. So, he didn't believe in going shopping and just frivolously buying something, and mom made our clothes, you know, so she would go buy fabrics. But I mean, you didn't just go to the store and spend money, you know, on anything that you saw. If you didn't have the money for it, you know, you didn't use a credit card.
Right. Yep. Yeah, Hondo, I actually don't consider myself OG, even though I came around toward the end of 14, early 2015. There were people in Boyd. We don't hear from them much anymore, but I know some of them, talked to a few. But I consider them OG, not myself. I had my first YouTube channel was April of 2007, but I wasn't here. I was making videos for churches that I worked in. Yeah, there were people that were around that kind of laid the foundation. But what a different experience, and things have, unfortunately, I think, taken a turn for the worse.
Yeah, I mean, you know, back when I started kind of with Boyd, because I was always more drama than anything, but with Boyd, it was when, I hate to say it, Tucker was streaming. And I met a lot of people from that, because after Tucker ended his stream at night, then it would be like, whose channel are we going to now? And it would either be Stellar's, G Mango, or Vinny a lot of times. And that's how I started, you know, learning the people in the Boyd, was because, you know, one person after another went live at night. And so you always had a stream to go to and hang out and talk to somebody.
Right.
But it's been a whole lot different.
I did so many green screen live streams that they drove me away. They said, well, no more, stop. So I'm kidding. I don't really do green screen much anymore, but I used to.
Good
quite a
night,
bit.
Earth.
Yeah, Earth, good night. Good to have you here. Thanks for being here. She's delightful.
Yeah, so Vinny says
Yeah,
the
Vinny's
sad
right.
thing
There's a lot
is
of, right.
you meet great people, and yeah, sadly some of them have passed away, and it's you know, it does hurt as much as real life, you know, when you make the friends on here, and you know, you lose some of them. Just in the last couple of years, we've lost several people from the Boyd and from the drama side. And it does hurt. And I hope, you know, as time goes on, we can, you know, we can still remember them and do remembrance streams for them, just to, you know, to let their family know, because a lot of their families still watch us and check in, just to let them know we haven't forgot those friends.
Right.
Hondo says, Stellar, you're OG, sir. I came into the Boyd in 2015 with Sly Tiger, was trolling Elbow in the old
TR Prepper, yeah.
TR Pepper days with the Liz chat days as well. Did I get all that read? Yes.
Yeah. TR Prepper, I think he's probably still around. He's one of the, you know, gun enthusiasts, and really nice guy. Really nice person.
Yeah, a huge shock when Liz chats.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
A huge shock when Liz chats passed away. And what was the other little guy that Cooper?
Oh, Cooper.
When
yeah,
Cooper
sure.
passed away, that was a big one. So I mean, we've lost sadly a lot of people. Kit Kat passed away, Midwestern Mary passed away. So we've lost a lot in the community.
Yeah, there's quite a few more.
And, you know, and then we have somebody like Bomb come in the community and start scamming everybody, you know, when we've lost all these wonderful people. It's just, it's sad. But I think we're going to wrap this up. Stellar, do you have any final words for her?
No, I just thank you to all the people that came in. I hope that this helped a little bit to shed some light, Amazon's light, not mine. And maybe answered some questions.
What is that? It's been an ongoing problem, but here in the last couple of weeks, it's gotten worse. Missing Native American teen boys and girls out of Rapid City, South Dakota. Anyone interesting in bringing awareness? Fix-a-dent, no knees. Me and Mary, before she passed away, had talked about that because she wasn't in South Dakota, but she was up in the in one of the states that borders Canada. And she had talked to me because I do the police memorials, was wanting to do awareness. And she talked to me about the Native Americans that go missing. But I never could find like a source, with like a list that told what Native Americans were missing, or had a picture of it, something to share, to get the word out, kind of like the missing children thing we have here, so if there's a site that you know of that, shows the missing Native Americans, it's got their picture and a little bit of information on them, I would be happy to bring awareness to that.
And could I add to that? Can I piggyback on that?
Yeah.
There's been a similar issue going on in Canada, in northern Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and probably northern Ontario, with First Nation, mostly women, First Nation women that have been turned up missing over a very long period of time. And I know they've tried to resolve that, and it's pretty controversial, to say the least, of some of what has happened or has been going on up there.
That's what me and Mary had talked about, was the women, and teenage girls. We were afraid that was going into trafficking, being trafficked, to bring awareness to them, but we never got a source. So if somebody knows of a source to get information, I would be happy to put the information out and to do, video clips on them.
Right.
So, if you can email me at susangapeach@gmail.com. Fix-a-dent, or anybody else that has information on that, please let me know.
Right. That's right.
Freaking Fabulous also says it would be great if someone made a YouTube memorial page for the creators and subs that we've lost in the community, including maybe some of the videos of their content and even chat comments.
That's a nice idea.
I don't think we have like one big memorial page for them that lists all of them, but I know we have individuals, because like there was a video made for Cooper. There was one made for Kit Kat. I did a memorial for Mary, and then I did a birthday video for her. So we have separate ones, but there's not really one that's all together.
It might be. I like that idea. Cooper had a channel that a lot of people didn't know about, but it was called Famous Graves, and he would go to various cemeteries and find individuals that were pretty well known, and then he would do a little piece on that, which I thought was genius. It was great. He got good response for that.
Not touch a girl.
Together, a YouTube channel that tries to pull together. Because, this is a kind of a blended community these days. We're not really that separate. I'm sure there still are some, but yeah, it would be good to do that.
Hondo wants to know if Jimmy Rants is still alive. His elbow rants were epic.
I don't know. I would imagine so. He reconnected with his old girlfriend from high school days, and I think they were getting hitched up and going to get married in their church, and that was the last I heard, and he kind of dropped off then at that point.
Fix-a-dent, MW.
Go ahead. Sorry.
MWIW, is that Missing and okay, Indigenous Women USA. Okay, I've got that. I have that
Good.
page pulled up, so I will be glad to look at that.
Yeah, that's really good.
We also lost old Camo Dave.
Yeah,
I
that's
remember
right.
that. I remember a video. I didn't ever watch Camo Dave, but I do remember the name. Julie says, yes, Salty Jill. Jilly Jill passed away. She was another one that got scammed by Bomb.
Yeah, Kit Kat. There was a lot of really important people to this community that it's just a reminder to all of us, that life is a gift. Being alive is dangerous to your health, right? We're all gonna join them in a big reunion one day.
Right. Freaking Fabulous says, just thought it would be a way for the newbies like me and others to get to know those who impacted the community prior to our arrival. Yeah, there's so many of them that impacted, that either have left YouTube or sadly have passed away, that it would be nice, because sometimes you hear somebody mentioned in a chat and you're like, who's that? Because like, Stellar, you've been here longer than me and you've mentioned people before and I'm like, who? And you've had to tell me. So if we could do a stream or a video.
Yeah, I've got some lists of people that were around, and it's quite possible some of them have adapted and taken on a new channel name. And they wouldn't be saying, "Hey, Stellar, it's me." But a lot of them I haven't seen in ages. But again, some may still be around. But yeah, I mean, things were really interesting back in the day, just like they are now. But it was a different time.
Right. Jenny, Hondo says, I miss Kit Kat. Jenny made one for Cooper and Jill and Kit Kat when they passed. And it was sad when Jill passed. That was a shock, that she was so sick and sadly passed away.
Right.
Then he says, I have the Boyd registry in the form of icons people have used, and Bomb was never in it.
Oh no, that's right.
She likes to say that she was Boyd, and
I didn't know that. That's absurd.
Yeah,
Wow.
Vinny, did I make that list? Do you have my icon on there? I didn't start doing Boyd till a few years ago. I was mainly always drama.
I put together a little video, but I didn't really leave it public, of some of the women in Boyd that goes back to, goes way back.
Right. Andrew Hondo says Bomb will never be Boyd. She's a turd. Yeah, it's sad for all the ones we've lost. I know Mary, it's been 2 years. Nellie turned 7 at the beginning of January. She was 5 when Mary passed away. She turned 7. And just seeing her grow, she's looking more and more like Mary every day. I got a video the other day from Matt that he sent me with Nellie saying hello to me. And it was, she's missing some teeth and she's gotten her 2 front permanent teeth. It's just amazing to watch her grow and see how much she's being a little Mary Jr. And that's a good thing, that she is remembering her mother so much. They're making sure that memory doesn't go away.
Right, exactly.
Oh
yeah, Andrew Hondo is talking about Republican glam chat. Yeah, totally different. We have another glam that I don't really know very well, but this one goes way back. or pretty
Yeah,
far.
this is the old glam.
Yeah. Glamorous Life. She's friends, was friends. She's deceased, but she was friends with Vegas Vixen, who goes way back as well.
Well, didn't something with her go back with Mallory?
Yeah, Mallory is OG. Mallory was around at least as long as me, probably longer. Mallory was around long. I remember
Rosie,
Mallory. I remember Mallory. I have pictures of Mallory before the transition, before she decided to transition. And she lives here in Seattle.
I saw the video. She used to have them on her channel and she took them down of her in the process of transitioning. And Rosie O'Kelly is another one that's been here forever.
Yeah, she sure has.
So, and they're still streaming. So Rosie does great chooching videos out in California. She gets out at night and goes to abandoned buildings and cemeteries and walks the streets of LA. Something I would never do at night, but Rosie does a lot of those videos like that.
Yep. Yeah, Rosie's one of a kind, and she's been, I think, kind of one of the anchors in Boit, I would say, going way back. I don't know whether she would consider herself Boit anymore. I don't know if I would. There's a whole group of people out there that I don't know who they are. I know them by channel name only. I don't know them well. I know a few of them, but things change.
Yes, Vinny. Rosie is funny. One of the best sense of humors, and does the stadium cooking on her channel. She does a lot of cooking, and she has visitors. Like the other day, Tara Boo was with her for a few days, and they streamed together. And that's always a good show when Tara's out there.
That's right. They've known each other forever. Love
me some Rosie. I wish she would go back to doing the stream she had, the best Boit shit shows. She mentioned that the other night in one of her streams. She mentioned how she used to have all the people on panel and how she did that. Yeah. She mentioned it, but I wish she would go back to that. Best laugh with Rosie was when she let Elbow take over the barbecue. Lord have mercy. Elbow hasn't been around that I know of in at least a year and a half.
Isn't he on another platform? Is it Facebook or somewhere else?
I'm not sure. The last place I saw him, he was on Holly's panel.
Oh. Okay.
Showing off some jeans that he had purchased, and it was a whole shit show.
I have an old video of Elvis where there was a fire back in Arkansas, and the people filming it inside this station wagon saw him, and the commentary is hilarious. Like Elvis is leaving the building. It was a classic video, piece of video.
Maybe I know, Vinny, you've probably got some of the old streams recorded. Hondo, I don't know about you. If you've got some, I think you've got some, don't you, Stellar?
Oh yeah.
Maybe we could do a stream one night on somebody's channel. And just show some clips from some of those old some of those old streams, just to have some laughs, bring back some old memories and laughs, and just have a night, where we show clips from different people.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Hondo remembers the fire video. Yeah, I
Hondo.
think so.
Hondo and Vinny, would y'all be interested in doing some of that?
Elvis travels. He kind of.
Do y'all consider Angelo Boit? Would he have some recordings? I know Angelo videos a lot. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Stellar. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, well, I'm just going to add Elvis Travels. Yeah, and he had a lot of different names way, way back, but that's kind of the one that stuck. Or we called him euphemistically Elbow. He crossed the line of decency more than a few times. And I think that's where he became one of those persona non grata, a person not really welcome anymore because of some of the things he did that were just beyond the pale. There are funny things that we remember about him, and there's a lot of others as well. But that was sadly something that, there were lines back then. I don't know if those lines exist anymore, but they did back then.
Sadly, I don't think a lot of those lines do. I know Blue Waffles has probably got a lot of the recordings, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he would.
So, I mean, if we could get, some clips from all the different ones and just kind of do, a remembrance stream just to have some laughs, maybe a Saturday night or something when most people aren't streaming.
Right.
I think that would be a fun thing to do. Hey, Quirky, good to see you. Hondo and Vinny, if y'all can kind of get together and figure out if y'all would like to do that. Stellar said he would. I didn't record streams. I'm not one of those that record streams up until, probably the last year with everything that's gone on. Let's see. Waffle has all the old Boyd archive and is the only person active from back then. Now, Vinny has a few, I think. Cooper had the most. But sadly, since he's passed away, we don't have those. Cooper's channel is still up, though, because I've went and watched Cooper's channel and gotten some laughs from it. So that channel is still up. I think Kit Kat's channel is still up. Mary's channel is still up. I don't know about some of the others, but Elbow and Amanda May.
Amanda May, yeah. Jeff T. Rowe, I think Vinny mentioned earlier with the shotgun episode. He would, if anybody's OG, it's got to be him and the puppet guy. And they go way, way back. There's a lot to say that I can't say publicly, but they.
I was going to say, I don't really care to have the puppet guy.
No, that's right. I don't either. Yeah,
I don't know about Vinny and them, but.
Well, and Cameo Collections goes back, and the gal over there in let's see, where is she, in Edmonton or Calgary? God, I can't think of her name. But these people there are some that were around way, way back, and they're still active.
Yeah, I mean, if we could do like a remembrance stream like that, Vinny, would you want to do it on your channel or Stellar? I don't mind having it on mine, but y'all got clips that I don't. I'm just kind of along for the ride.
If you got a puppet, you were Boyd. That's about right. That is about right.
I never got a puppet. I didn't ever get a puppet from him.
I got one, and I took the daring decision to use a little bit of it, and boy, he got mad when I did that. He didn't like anybody using his stuff, but he was more than happy to use the things going on your channel for his own content. But I don't know what he's up to. I don't know if I may have been subscribed, but I think he might have gotten a job or something. I'm not sure. I wish him well. That's all I'll say. Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but I'll wish him well.
Cameo and Jay Greg came on Jenny's Boyd reunion stream. We tried to get others on, but they were a no-show. We don't have to actually have the person come on. If y'all just have video clips that you want to play just to, to remember and have some laughs. Vinny, you said sure. So does that mean you would like to have it on your channel? Is that what you were saying? Sure too.
Yeah, Cat Riley is the other name it just came to me. It's funny how the names of people that were kind of well known because they really stood out, and I'm putting it nicely, with the things they did on their channel. They definitely stood out.
Right. I'm not OG Boyd. I was more drama than anything when I started in 2017. I didn't really start watching Boyd till, you know, Tucker doing his stuff and then people going. So yeah, I'm not OG Boyd. Vinny says, I will put clips together. I will search. So yeah, if y'all want to look through your clips and see what you have and have a remembrance night, Hondo, if you'll look and see what you've got, maybe you want to check with Jenny and see if she's got, you know, old clips. Vinny, are you on like good terms with Rosie where you could get some clips from Rosie, or see if Rosie wants to join in? I watch Rosie, but I don't think Rosie really knows who I am. I've gave her some super chats before, but I don't chat a whole lot, so I don't know that she would know me. But yeah, if y'all want to get some clips of some of the old ones and put them together, you know, we could have a remembrance night on somebody's channel. You know, and we could share it out. Just figure out whose channel you want to have it on, and then we could share it out, pick a night, and go from there. Maybe email. Bad Medicine says bush watching is the safest place to be. Yes, it is. Andrew Hondo says his old clips were on his old laptop. He's been locked out of it. That sucks. And Mary's old videos have been destroyed.
Oh.
The ones that she had recorded, she had God knows how many hard drives and little jump drives, but Matt went through, got the clips that involved Mary and Nellie, and the rest of them, those have gone away. So nobody will have access to anything other than what's on her channel.
A lot of times when I think back to some of the earlier days, I think back to someone called Sonny Vandweller. Sonny was kind of the Rosie O'Kelly in the daytime. So when Boyd you wanted to go somewhere in Boyd during the day, you'd go to Sonny Vandweller's. She was back east in Maryland, and she had a very welcoming stream for quite a while. There's a lot to say about that. Lots of things went on, but there were people doing streaming before Rosie, you know, a number of people.
Yeah. So, Tater says she don't think she's ever watched Boyd. I'm not considered an OG Boyd person. You know, I've only been watching the last few years. I'm more drama than anything. But I think it would be fun, you know, to have a night where we show clips and just have laughs, you know, at the funny stuff that's happened. You know, just for fun, because things around here have gotten so serious, you know, between the seriousness and the doxing and, you know, the scamming that has gone on. I think it would be nice to look back at the old, you know, some of the older days where there was a line that you didn't cross. People actually had morals and integrity. I think that would be fun to go back and watch, and maybe, you know, maybe it could, you know, I don't know, instill some moral integrity in some people, you know, that's not there now. You know, tonight was a night, you know, you proved your truth and someone's lie from Amazon, maybe, we could do some, some of the old clips. Yeah, Bad Medicine. The names do take you back to the old days, and there were lines that you didn't cross. It used to be doxing was a huge no-no. I mean, you did not do that. And if you did, you were shunned.
Well, and scamming was forbidden in the Boyd. We just were pretty alert to that. I think that they tried to be vigilant in the Boyd about, protecting people from that type of thing.
Yeah. So, scamming, was a no-no. Going after subs was a no-no. Amanda May wrenched out a tooth for donors and broke a tooth with pliers. Oh my gosh. I did not see that.
Vinny, I'll never forget that. She was in so much pain and agony, and I couldn't believe it. She put that pliers in her mouth trying to get that tooth out. And, never do your own dentistry. That's the first law of Boyd. Take it elsewhere. Take it to a professional.
Yeah. When did these lines become so commonplace to cross?
Well, I don't know the answer, but my guess is the same time things began to deteriorate in the rest of society. I think our social media community reflects kind of the atmosphere of everything else that's going on. Society is a mess. It really is in many ways, and I think that we just reflect the larger mess that's out there. I could be wrong.
Well, back in the day, if you liked content, you donated. Creators never ever asked for a dime, and that is true. You with your content, if your subs like it, they either sent you a super chat, or you could have your Cash App and stuff, scrolling at the bottom of the screen, but you never, kept saying, hit my Cash App, light up my board, constantly, and telling your mods every little bit, or your mods automatically posting your links, nonstop. Mods, post my links, post my links. That just wasn't something, that you heard before. It wasn't one of those things, you were constantly telling your mods to post your links and stuff. If subs like, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to add to that. We weren't as chippy as we are today. People are constantly ragging on other people, but back then we would troll each other, sometimes in just good fun. There were some really funny trolls back then. I mean, really funny trolls. But it was a kind of a little gentler time. I think that, we would get on each other's case, but it was never insane. I think today, I just hope and pray really bad things don't happen. Things are ripe for that potential, but I don't think they were nearly as bad as they were back then.
Hondo says, I will say this, with some trolls in Boyd, doxing and going real life was a normal, maybe not so much in the DC so much. No, it wasn't. In the DC, you didn't dox. You didn't make recordings of phone calls and play it. You didn't share messages. I mean, there was just things you didn't do in the DC. You threw tomatoes, in chat. You could call each other names and stuff like that. But I mean, you didn't go real life. That was a no-no in the DC. You go real life in the DC and you were kind of kicked out on that.
I could throw out one other name that goes back even a little bit before Rosie, or at least in that same time frame, and that was Drory Nadav. Drory Nadev, and I believe his channel is still up. He has a nice selection of old videos that go back into, I believe, 2015. There was kind of a handoff, like in track when you hand off the baton. And in a sense, he stopped streaming at a certain point, and then Rosie kind of picked up the ball, and she did her evening streams, which were pretty interesting events, really. I'm not sure Rosie was always sure what was going to happen, but yeah, Drory Nadev would have the some of the really old folks back in those days. If you wanted to look him up, I think it's Dro Drory, DroVynadav. Is that right? Something like that. The Godfather, yeah.
You'll have
Yep.
to email me that name, Stellar, so I can go look for that channel. Vinny,
Yeah,
I can remember the
I'll
first
link it.
I remember kind of seeing you and really hearing you was when you were fighting with was it Sammy Prepper?
Who?
Was it Sammy that Vinny was fighting with? I know it was
Who?
one of the Australians, and it
Oh,
when Vinny says that things were brutal over in the Boyd, I agree with that. I remember watching some of the streams with Vinny going after Sammy, and I was just like, "Ooh, oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into?" But it was kind of funny to sit back and watch some of it. When you wasn't the one that was in the firing line, it was kind of funny to watch y'all going back and forth. But yeah, I wouldn't have never wanted to be in that fight with Vinny and Sammy. Drory introduced us to Elvis Travels, I recall. Boy, Drory needs to be slapped for that one, because Elvis, woo.
that's true.
I remember Rosie doing all that work for Elvis on the van.
Oh yeah, that was toward the end. Yeah.
Yeah, and all those videos are gone now. But
Well,
Elvis
owed
Rosie a lot for that.
Yeah, Rosie is a real jack of all trades. She has a lot of talents in a lot of areas. They're pretty impressive, actually.
Yeah, she showed her fruit trees last year and how she was trimming them. She's got all kinds of those trees and her garden. I mean, she was doing all of that. And then, she could redo a van and have it, if you want to do the van life.
Well,
Her
she also,
cooking.
yeah, and she built pretty much the Shine Shack in the back of her home.
Yeah.
She pretty much could do anything. She was into the old, tube technology with the receivers, and yeah, she had a lot of interest.
Yep.
And of course, financial.
Andrew,
that was,
yeah. Financial. What was it when the other person that used to travel on the van, and then he would go home and lay on his bed sideways and stream. What was his name? Used to go to the casino all the time. I know you know who I'm talking about. The one that went to the casino a lot.
Oh, sorry, I was just
No.
typing. Hondo.
And would always say, they found money on the side of the road. They stopped and there was drinks sitting there and had $200 attached to it. I can't think of his name, but he kept, he was quitting YouTube in 3, 2, 1. He would always count down because he got mad because people picked at him. But I can't remember his name.
Well, and some of the people, honestly, it's been so long. Was it Rich Life or Road? He's the guy that reclines.
Rich Life, that's it. Yes.
Oh,
hey, Angelo.
Yeah, hi, Angelo. I thought of him as kind of a newbie, but
yeah, he went and stayed with Rosie for several weeks.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Well, weren't they
Stellar, do
related?
you remember when Elbow and Vixen did the Christmas scamathon?
Yeah, I kind of do. I was telling him I'm trying to forget that.
Um,
I had some real respect for Vegas Vixen. She did a couple things personally, privately, that I thought pretty well of.
Vinny, I taught Bergs and he booted me from my stream. Tater said, what is a stream snipe? Isn't that when somebody's live, you go and restream them, like you snipe their stream while they're live, you're restreaming it so they don't get the view? Isn't that what stream sniping is?
Yeah, I'm not real sure. I've heard the term, but like if you go snipe hunting, you're in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I always called stream sniping, was like if I was live and somebody else decided, to replay my stream or stream it at the same time, you were sniping their stream so they didn't get the views.
Well, a lot of that did go on. There was a way to do that back then, and I think people finally caught on. Yeah, people were shut out of their own stream at times. Yeah, and Angelo saying I blocked the host and everybody. Yeah, it took over the stream completely.
Hondo says, Vinny, I still hold the best Berging record in Boyd history. I one-upped J. Greg, booting him from panels. Vinny had all the bugs on Elvis's RV. I always laugh so hard with those.
Yeah, I remember when we first were introduced to Bergs and he came into Rosie's chat, and of course he would always want a link, and it just became a huge shouting match. I thought, oh my God.
How do you, Vinny and Stellar, y'all just talked about this. Stream snipes was where you kicked everyone from the stream and actually had control of the streamer's stream for the first few minutes. They would lose control of their own stream.
Right.
How do you boot the host?
Well, I'm not sure I remember it, but I do. That is accurate. You could end up being booted out of your own stream. I don't know but it was different. We didn't use StreamYards back then. It was a whole different form. Yeah, it wasn't.
That's when you used the OBS, right?
Well, no, there was something else.
About?
I'm trying to remember what was it called. YouTube had their own format, and they stopped using it some time ago.
Hondo says you go to someone's location where they're live or restreaming other streams and hitting them with tune streams.
Yeah, they were called Hangouts, like Angela was saying, the old original YouTube Hangout, which they don't do anymore. We might still want to call them that, but there was a platform, and YouTube had it, and they were known as Hangouts, and you could actually boot people back then and block them.
Okay, is that with the what was it, Google Hangouts?
Well, we called it YouTube.
Was that through Google?
Well, I think it was through YouTube. Google's the parent company, but I think it was YouTube Hangouts.
Right, because I had Google Hangouts. It wasn't with this YouTube group, but it was a different group, but I had a YouTube Hangout.
Yeah. Yeah, you stream directly from Hangouts. Yeah.
Angela says that's how Viper Group was born. We would torment Diane and Randy, MFW. Oh, Vinny says you stream directly from Hangouts.
Yeah. I mean, people really had fun. The old Hangouts had a lot of built-in software where you could, right, Vinny, you could choose to wear a costume they provided. They had a lot of perks in them, I recall. And it was a lot of fun back then.
Yeah, I didn't ever do any of the green rooms. Hondo says, I was the stream sniping bandito, the king of the boot and scoot. I took more streams down in YouTube history.
Yeah,
I can see Hondo doing that too.
It seemed like it happened on the regular for a while.
Hangouts was your panel link, basically. So it was kind of like how on StreamYards, you can go backstage. You don't have to go live, right? Like Stellar, we've done it before, and me and Texas Girl had done it where you do the private StreamYard, like you don't ever hit the live stream.
Yeah, you could, once you're finished live, you could stay in the green room or backstage, yeah, and just continue on for however long you want.
Right. We've done that, and we've went over receipts like that before we went live too. Just to make sure that, you know, all the screen shares are lined up. Okay.
Yeah. Hi, Rosie, or Roundhouse, sorry. Talking about Rosie.
Vinny said, I booted Rosie from her own live once. Hey, Roundhouse. Welcome. You'll have to go back to the beginning and watch Stellar's presentation where he played his phone call with Amazon and had some receipts where he actually told the truth about whether he sent a gift or not down to Columbus. Hondo says, I'm a reformed Boit troll now these days. I don't do it anymore. Hondo, y'all don't do it anymore, but we do need to have a troll class over in Jenny's Discord. Jenny and you and Vinny need to give some classes over there on trolling. Angela says, I still have my report bots and my view bots if I want to mess with someone's analytics or mass flag them. Oh, wow, Angelo. There was something, and I can't think of it right now, that I was wanting to know how to do. Angelo, it has to do with what you said about when certain people go live, you have a program that automatically starts and records them. I think is what you said. Because I've looked for an app like that online so that you know, if I'm asleep or I don't do a whole lot of YouTube. I'm not on YouTube, you know, watching all the streams now. You know, I get on YouTube and I work on my Officer Down videos and stuff, or you know, I'm on one of their pages watching a funeral so that I can get my information for those videos, because all the officers that I do watch their funerals, their entire funeral. I go online and I look for their obituaries and their news article clippings. I go to Facebook and I look at the sheriff's department's pages for stuff to get family information. So I do a lot of that research. So I don't see a lot of times when some people go live, and it would be nice to have a program that you could, you know, put in there to record streams or whatever. Angela says auto recorder via Discord. I don't know what that is. Hondo says, I'm not in any Discords. If Jenny's teaching anything, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I haven't seen her teaching. I know it just says when you're a member of her Discord, it says troll class. Hondo says, Angelo, give my best to your family, bud. Yes. Yes. Say hello to your lovely wife and your son and daughter. Julie says, Angelo, don't ever give up your secrets.
Susan, my dog is kind of like going berserk.
You need to go. Yeah, we did.
Do. But
we did
why don't
what we
you stay
came
on
for.
and stay on and bring somebody else up on panel. And I just want to thank you for giving me the platform for this.
Thank you so much for coming up and showing that. I just planned on it being kind of a short live with you doing your thing, and then we kind of got off the topic. So I am gonna get off here. I've got I was right in the middle of some stuff on a video that I need to finish up while I've got it fresh in my mind. So for those of you that are still here, thank you so much for coming in tonight and watching. And we will we'll be doing another intro stream Monday night on T's channel, which is Right in Your Face True Crime and Chaos, I believe is the whole name, but we call her T. She'll be doing a stream Monday night. Then Tuesday night will be me, and Wednesday night will be Texas Girl. And then we start the official new streams on next Thursday night, February the 8th.
Sounds great.
So yeah, we will be, we're all looking forward to that. We're excited to do it. So with that, we will, I guess, say good night. Right, Stellar?
Yep. Good night, everyone. You're great. And thank you for stopping in and putting up with me, my long droning on and on. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Stellar. Go take care of your dog. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. And it was nice here at the end to kind of reminisce and look back at the past. So thank you, Vinny and Hondo and Bad Medicine and Julie for doing that with us. So I will say good night, everyone.